Dror, how are you doing?
Good, excellent. I wish I could stay and listen more to Margot. She was amazing.
I know I wanted to have Margot, but I knew somebody was sitting here, and it's you. And we got to do some coaching. Margot is somebody who's super impressive, and she's with the Osage Nation, which are in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area. We're relocated there. They were relocated there long ago, and against their will. And she is somebody who is just heavily involved in helping that tribe, and her family has for generations, that tribe and that nation be as strong as they can be. And I think you saw that through just her on the screen. She's such an impressive human.
Yes.
What's going on with you? What do you got happening?
Well, we're trying to move forward through COVID-19, trying to keep up the business, and maybe even coming up with something that is super exciting and new to consumers.
Remind me, what's the product and service, who's the customer, and how do you make money? 30 seconds.
Before that, I'll just remind you of something that you told me in Haifa about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was sale. Sell, and sell. Go sell.
That's right. Revenue.
So, exactly, revenues. And we were supposed to launch a new line of products in March.
Okay. Perfect time.
Perfect time. So now I'll go back and explain. So I'm Dror Tamir. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Hargle Food Tech. And we are the first in the world to grow grasshoppers on commercial scale, because grasshoppers are nature's most efficient protein source. They are healthier for humans and more sustainable to grow.
That's awesome. Now, when you say large scale, like how many pounds or tons or kilos are we talking about?
Well, right now we have in the freezers, we have a little bit over 1 ton of grasshopper. That's
a
over
lot of
1 million grasshoppers.
Excellent. I mean,
it's a lot.
And grasshoppers are pretty profitable, and more people. Are you grinding that up into, what are you grinding into flour? Is it just grasshoppers? What are you doing with those grasshoppers?
Well, first, there is one fact that you should know, that is grasshoppers are the most commonly eaten insect in the world, consumed by 2.5 billion people across Asia, Africa, and Central America. In those regions, they are considered a delicacy, enjoy very high demand and prices. The problem is that the supply comes from collection in the wild, which is limited to a 4 weeks season. Our technology enables us to grow them year-round much more efficiently. However, we are focused now on the European and US markets, and consumers in those markets, well, most of them will not eat the whole grasshoppers. If I'll show you something like this, you will not consider it as a
hungry. I'm getting hungry.
Baseball is coming back, I think, in 2 months, and you'll be able to go to Seattle Mariners game. For the last 3 seasons, they've been serving whole roasted grasshoppers, and it is sold out. However, that's still a small niche in the market, and we believe that eventually you can use the grasshopper protein. We dry them, we mill them into a powder, and we add them to a wide range of food products.
So right now, you're growing, harvesting, and then repackaging and selling the grasshoppers.
Exactly.
Now I have a question. I have a question.
We just said that. Okay. We are engaged in joint ventures to develop finished products, energy bars, and many more.
And so my question is this, and I think when I think of Israel, I think of the technology that was distributed around the world to help grow hydroponic plants, right? A lot of that innovation and technology happened in Israel.
Exactly.
I've been in different African countries during that growing season, and where they've got those big sheets and bright lights, and they're attracting the grasshoppers, and they show up where the wind blows one way, and it's it's very inefficient. Have you thought about trying to package your method for large-scale growth of grasshoppers and then selling the farming method you have, so that you're not just selling the product of grasshoppers, you're selling the method and the tools and everything associated with growing grasshoppers on a large scale, and not having it tied to the 4-week seasons that happen each year.
Absolutely. We see that as a major part of our future. However, the road to be able to pack the technology and the know-how that we gathered is not simple. Last year, we received a grant from the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Israeli Innovation Authority to develop smallholder grasshopper farms. And so we are working on that technology that will enable every farmer across Asia and Africa to grow their own grasshoppers.
Yeah, I mean, when I was there, I was talking to every single one of those farmers, and I would talk to them. I say, look, you don't have to do it this way. You can do this on a large scale. Just use Uncle Google. It's your friend. Find out what they're doing in Israel and start doing it here. You would grow year round. You don't have to be dependent upon this 4-week season, which the wind blows one way, they're there and they're gone. It's really quite phenomenal. I don't know if you've ever seen that collection process, but it's not efficient. Okay,
you are the reason I'm getting so many emails.
Huh?
You are the reason I'm getting so many emails from Africa asking for the technology.
It could be true, because I just continually am like, look, you don't have to do this way.
Yeah,
that's the reason I ask. I really do believe that's a massive market, and I would be focusing in and I'd be honing in on that, and I'd be trying to grow that as fast as possible, because now you're empowering these people to do it on their own and use your equipment. And I tell you what, they're hungry for it, because they can't get enough grasshoppers. And so
right
now what I'm going to do is switch back. I'm going to switch back. Thank you for that. Keep that in your mind about how can you accelerate the ability to provide the actual farming equipment to grow grasshoppers instead of them collecting. Now I'm going to go back to your products. How are you distributing them right now? Are you doing on the internet, wholesalers? I heard some retailer, but what's your current distribution strategy, and where are you distributing your grasshopper product?
Right now on the internet, online, direct sales through our website. The reason for that is we are still operating on a relatively small scale, so inventory is relatively small. That's one. Second one, we identified niche markets or niche products that can generate very high margins for us, and we found a way to access those consumers directly. So for us, this is working very well right now.
But it's still a fairly small amount of sales relative to what you want.
We'll see in 2 days.
Right. Here's one of my thoughts, and are you doing anything to, like, you're in an industry that a lot, much of the world, like US or other countries, don't understand, right? It's a grasshopper. What the heck are you eating a grasshopper for? But as you said, I think it's 2.8 billion. That's a good chunk of the 7.8 billion on the planet. That means 5 billion aren't eating. But what I'm getting at is this: when I've traveled and I started experimenting with different foods and trying grasshoppers and crickets and fried tarantulas and whatever I could, red ants. It seems to me that there's a novelty to this that could be exploited on the internet in a cooking show of some kind, or in some way to. Did you ever see those videos for Squatty Potty? Squatty Potty.
No.
Okay. You look up these Squatty Potty videos. Literally, it's telling people, and there's unicorn, and you can poop unicorn poo, and there's a rainbow would come out, and it's fabulous, man. And it sold millions of Squatty Potties. Nobody knew they needed a Squatty Potty. The videos caught people and got their attention and got them hooked, because they were just so outrageous and so funny and so uncomfortable, because there was an uncomfortableness, because they're talking about people pooing, right? And so they use unicorn poo with a rainbow and an ice cream cone, and they're like, oh, it tastes so good. And you could do something like this with your crickets in the same sort of way. I'm saying the inspiration is Squatty Potty, but now you could do something with crickets in a similar way. So go check out the Squatty Potties, look for some inspiration. But what I'm trying to do is help you create a brand around your crickets that and and the brand is really around making it more fun and intriguing. Go ahead. Yeah.
Grasshoppers, not crickets.
What?
Grasshoppers, not crickets.
Grasshoppers. I'm sorry. Grasshoppers. Right. But
let's build the brand.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's build the brand. Grasshoppers are kosher. Crickets are not.
Right. Okay. That's important. Right. I didn't know that. So let's go back to what I was talking about. Coming up with some kind of video interactive thing that could catch people that is so outrageous and so different. And crickets are uncomfortable. Not crickets. Grasshoppers are uncomfortable for people to some degree to think about eating. And some people love them. And so, I don't know, there's something to this to create some kind of video that allows you to, or series of videos that allow you to kind of make fun of it in a way that's exciting, enticing, and I want to try it. And so, what do you think of this idea?
I completely agree with you. And this is actually when we looked at the potential in the market, we tried to identify consumers that will be interested in the advantages in the added value of the product. Yeah. And let me share with you what we did, which is almost similar to what you suggested.
Okay.
The thing about grasshoppers, this is a theological insect. They are mentioned in the Bible as kosher. They are mentioned in the Quran, that was the food of Muhammad, the prophet. And they are mentioned in the New Testament. John the Baptist used to eat grasshoppers with honey. Mm-hmm. So if you think about it, although 300 plus million Americans are not eating grasshoppers, about 80 million evangelicals do want to eat like John the Baptist. So why not take this amazing creature, which is a little bit frightening, repackage it as food of John the Baptist, and offer them biblical protein energy bars with grasshopper protein.
You got it, man. You just need to execute on that. Now, what's your URL? Where can people go to buy this product? Let's put it up on the screen here. Where can they go to learn more about your product, your grasshoppers?
The website is biblicalprotein.com. As simple as that. It's not
hargoal.com?
No, it's a different brand. It's a different brand just for this specific issue. It's biblicalprotein.com. The website is up. The store will be up and running tomorrow. So in less than 24 hours, you'll be able to order products. Yeah.
Great.
And let me tell you something that is really surprising. After when we started showing these energy bars to everyone, people got so excited because of the amazing taste. They asked for the whole grasshoppers. So we added a new product, the whole grasshoppers back with the same package of John the Baptist.
Brilliant. You know, I don't think people realize how good the grasshoppers can taste, because they do. They taste good. You got to learn not to eat the wings, and you got to learn to eat them differently. But I think that, and I've tried products made from the powder, like a flour, and as long as you get over your head that it's a grasshopper, it's just a food product that tastes good and is healthy for you. And so, again, it's going back to Squatty Potty, man. Go check out these videos and watch them, because you've got a gold mine, and you just need to figure out how to take that inspiration from Squatty Potty and apply it to your grasshoppers. And guess what? You'll have people sharing and posting and buying your grasshopper products and healthier as well. So, healthier.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. And in a couple of months, you'll be able to even enjoy gummy hoppers. We have gummies with grasshopper protein.
Are you going to put a little bit of THC in those gummy?
We're thinking about it. Actually, what we're trying to do is
a couple of those.
We're trying to see if the grasshoppers will eat the cannabis leaves, which you don't use.
Oh my goodness! I see a great future. Come up with that hook. Come up with that video, or that way of getting people to think different in a fun and exciting way. Uncomfortable way a little bit, but it draws them in, so they want to be part of it. They want to buy it, because grasshoppers, more and more people are going to buy grasshoppers. More and more businesses are also going into the business you're in right now. So I'm seeing more there's more demand for grasshoppers, and there's more people trying to figure out how to create more products from grasshoppers. So you want to run and you want to brand that product. And I think you've got a great strategy. We'll check in with you again and see how progress goes.
Thank you. Excellent.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing. Let us know when you got a video, and we'll share it.
Oh, it will be on YouTube in 30 minutes. It is uploading right now.
Okay.
It's a 2-minute clip about John the Baptist. Just look for biblical protein on YouTube. You'll see it.
Okay, great. This is so exciting. Thank you. Good luck, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.